The Sisters of St.Basil of Our Lady of Perpetual Help Province began their history in America in Cleveland, Ohio in 1921 when Mother Macrina Melnichuk was called there to begin ministry.
Mother Macrina, our foundress, was asked to start a community, to start this province of Byzantine Ruthenian sisters in order to take care of the Ruthenian immigrants who were coming 100 years ago to the United States. She was asked to start a community that would take care of the needs of the people, and especially the needs of the children.
Because the immigrants were coming with very little education, we began to staff many of the parish schools that were being established, and thereby teaching all of the children, helping them to better themselves and get a foothold in their new country.
Also in our early days, we staffed the orphanage set up by the Greek Catholic Union to establish and keep things going for the Ruthenian folks that were coming over to the United States.
From Cleveland, Ohio, we began to move to Factoryville and also to Elmhurst, Pennsylvania, which is on the eastern side of the state. And then through an act of God, this property here in Uniontown, we were able to obtain it through an auction sale, and Oak Hill then became Mount St. Macrina. And so finally in 1934, that is when we had the formal blessing of Mount St. Macrina and as the new home for the Sisters of St. Basil. And that, in fact, became the very first pilgrimage. People came from all over to attend this blessing. So we have continued that ministry to the Byzantine Catholic Church through our 100 years of existence.
The pilgrimage is almost like a little convention for Byzantine Catholics, and I think it gives them a certain sense of belonging to a particular group. You have a sense of identity. When you have a sense of identity, it gives you meaning and value in your life.
It is a place where people come. It's at Mount Macrina we all join together. It's a unifying place. It's a place where people come to pay homage to the Mother of God, Our Lady of Perpetual Help.
I think Mount Macrina and the pilgrimage is the heart of the Eastern Church here in America. I think the head of the church is in Pittsburgh, where our chancery and so forth was. Mount Macrina and the pilgrimage is the heart.
Even though we're right on Route 40, it's like once you enter the grounds, there's a serenity and a peacefulness and a quietness that affects everyone.
There's something special about this mount. I can't put my finger on it, but I can sense it. Almost like you can't see the wind, but you can feel it. And that's what I think brings or draws people here.
Also, our grounds, really, we have them open to anybody who wants to come and jog or walk or whatever, pray. We have lots of little shrines. We have the Shrine of Our Lady of Perpetual Help. We have a lot of little nooks and crannies where people can just sit and pray, sit and relax.
We have on our property the retreat center, which is now known as the House of Prayer. And so we offer a variety of programs for men, women, children. We host. People can come to renew their own spirituality, to deepen their relationship with Christ. They can come away for solitude, for quiet, and get away from kind of the express line, if you wish, of life.
We also have a cemetery and a mausoleum where people, not just our own community, but anyone who wants to be buried here may be buried here.
We have Mount Macrina Manor, which is our nursing home. People come to be cared for long-term, short-term.
In the early years, all of our prayers were done in Old Slavonic, which was a church language. And our community translated all of the liturgical books into English so that we have a whole set that are used in the Byzantine Catholic Church that people throughout the country in our churches now use for their prayer, which was a great gift that was given to the church.
I think the Sisters of St. Basil are unique in the fact that we are a Byzantine Ruthenian community in the Catholic Church. We are both monastic and apostolic in the sense that we pray and we are a monastic group, but we are also apostolic, doing activities for the church out there in a sense.
I think there are several things that make it unique. It is the closeness of family. I don't ever have a very small family, and yet all of the sisters are my family, especially for holidays. I look to them as there's going to be, really something together, especially now since our community is so small. We're really together.
I love being here because the sisters are a wonderful group of women. I'm always in admiration of the fact that even though today so many of them are in their 80s and 90s, but they're so faithful to their prayer, willing to do whatever it takes to help out in any way that they're asked to do. And just the people that come to us, there's just so much joy in being able to serve in that way.
The sisters have followed the tradition of St. Basil the Great, whose spiritual tradition we have been formed in, and that is to respond to the signs of the times. As far as the future, I'd like to see us get through what we're going through in the society and the culture presently, and for us to be a sign of hope and a message of hope to people at times like this that challenge their faith, challenge their confidence.
Our median age is 84, and so most of our sisters are in their 90s and 80s. So it's hard to know what God has in mind for us. However, our mission, if you will, is to be a praying, healing, life-giving presence. That's always going to be there till we take our last breath. We're no longer that young group of folks that can go out and start new missions, etc. But we can continue to minister to all the people that come to Mount Macrina in whatever way, shape, or form. We can continue with our hospitality. We can continue with our prayers, which we certainly do very faithfully every single day.
As you know, we're an aging population. We've done it for 100 years. We'll continue to do it as long as we possibly can. I think part of our legacy that we will leave to them would be the pilgrimage. Hopefully the church can continue it, whether the sisters are here to do it or just through prayer. Our spirit will always be here.